All right, it is graduation season, so it is time for a graduation pop-up card. If you would like access to this template file, make sure you join my Patreon. Link in either my bio or the comments, so make sure you check that out. It's just $10 a month for the pop-up files. I do have a lower tier for just sharing patterns and other embellishments and whatnot. So here is the card we are going to be putting together today. So it just says on the front, who's the graduate? And as you open it, an arrow comes out pointing at the person, the graduate, and it just says, it's you, congrats. Got a place to write your sentiment here. Got a built-in gift card holder. You can also put cash, folded up cash or a check in there. So this is the card we are doing today. All right, let's get going. All right, so here are the parts. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. Parts for the card. So obviously you're gonna need your base card. I designed most of my cards in the A2 size, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but this could be upsized if you want to. You'll just have to change a couple things on the template. So we got that part, that one. And we got our lifters, we'll call them. And for the front, you just got these pieces and your backing sheet. So we'll start with the backing sheet. And when you put this is the left side with the slot in it. When you put the left one down, so this is for, sliding cash, gift card, check into. So when you adhere this one, you want to make sure you give yourself room so you can slide your stuff in there. So don't put any adhesive right here, if that makes sense. So we're just going to start with this, and as always, using my Tombow dot roller here. Gotta remember not to go inside my insert area. So the way I like to put my backing parts in is make sure you have them situated how they're gonna go when you open it. Just close it like that, square them up, make sure they're nice and square. And then just put it in the spine like that. And then hold it while I close it. And that usually puts it exactly where you need it to go. Like that. So I'm just gonna pre-fold these. So the arrow has one fold, same with the it's you congrats part. And our lifters here. So there are two different lifter sizes. You got bigger ones and the shorter ones. Here, I'll show you the difference here. So the bigger, taller ones will go on the first layer. Which is the part that's going to move our arrow back and forth. All right. Oops, I keep hitting the camera. So the first one you put down, the slits will go at the bottom. In this part, this first one you want to put even with the base card. So you can use the cut or the fold line and the little slot to line up the proper folding area. And the way I like to do this part is once I have it aligned with the bottom and the spine, I'm going to hold it in place. Should be good. Right about there. And then just hold it secure and flip up one of the triangles. And then put your adhesive on the one side first, and then press that back down. So your adhesive only goes on that little triangle flap. And then you can do the other side on the other triangle. And every time I attach a piece, I always make sure the card closes right. And this one, see if I can explain this here right. You want to overlap the pieces. So I know it's kind of hard to see on white, but you can see the first flap ends right there. You want your triangle, your next attachment, to butt up against that back line. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's going to lay, I'll kind of offset it here, see if you can see it. It's going to lay right about there. So you want your fold to line up with the top of the one under it. Hopefully that makes sense. It's hard to describe. So again, I'm going to line it up with the fold in the spine. And to actually make this easier, you could pencil mark, if your eyes are bad like mine, to kind of make it easier for you to see, because most of this will be hidden. You can erase it if it's not. All right, so it's going to go there, and then I'm going to kind of fold that up to see where it's lining up with the one under it. That should be where I need it. All right, so we got that piece on. Just gonna flip it around to make it easier to do the other triangle here. There, so now we got our second part of the bottom lifter. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put this arrow on. Right there, okay. So this part can be a little tricky. So there's two ways you can do this. You can close the card and kind of figure out how far you need to put this so it doesn't stick out of the card when you close it. But I figured it out. You can do it this way as well. You can use the bottom lifter and just, it's kind of hard to see. There's a little, you can see the lifter underneath it. As long as it's just the arrow just covers that part, that's about the right place you want to put it. So when you're doing this part, it's going to be kind of hard to line up the spine through the whole thing, but I like to get it kind of where it needs to go. Then kind of fold it up, and you can kind of double check, move it if you need to. So it should be right about there. So again, you want to hold this arrow down, kind of fold that, and then you're going to do the other triangles. This part can be a little tricky, getting the adhesive on there. And then repeat with the other triangles. Where's my other triangle? I can't see it. Right there. So you can see it's right at the edge, right where you want it to be, the end of this arrow. So then I can firmly press down to make sure everything is attached. And that's how that part works. And now we can put our secondary lifters, movers, whatever you want to call them. So you're going to start with there's a colored one and a non-colored one, if you print out the template as I have it designed. And this one is going to be placed in the opposite direction. So the slits are going to go at the top, facing up instead of facing down like the arrow. Because what's going to happen is these lifters are going to move in opposite directions. Let's see if I can show you here quick. Where's my... It's kind of hard to see. Well, not really hard to see, but as the card's working, you can see the arrow moves down, and it doesn't look like it, but it's you congrats moves that way. So it kind of keeps it in the center of the card as it's opening. If you can kind of see how it's working. Like that. So the lifters work against each other to keep this otherwise it would pull down with the card and cover the arrow, and it wouldn't really look that good. So I'm going to turn my card upside down, and you want to match this with the end of the arrow. So I'm just going to line up my folds like that, and again, these uncolored triangles kind of help you where your placement should be too as well. So we got that one done. Do the other side. Got a good fold. And again, this one, turn my card upside down. And like the first step we did, your next triangle is going to butt up against the back of this one. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get as close as possible. Right about there should work. there's that. So the last part is putting that on. And to line this one up, your bottom is going to go right in line with the end of that slit. So the bottom will be like right about there. So use your fold. Kind of get where you would want it to stop here, right about there. I think that's centered. This is the hardest part of putting these together. It's getting your folds to line up so your card doesn't bind. Put your adhesive on the triangles. Make sure this doesn't move on you. Show. So that's where I'm putting the adhesive on the little triangles here. All right, after you put this piece on, it's not going to want to fold correctly. As you can see, it just wants to fold and not move like it should. So what you can do is you got to get it to pop. Sometimes I need scissors for this part. Because when you put these together, it's not gonna want to fold right. Oops, nope, no, didn't mind. So you gotta get in there. And get that to fold the right way the first time. You only have to do this once. See, just like that. See if I can get the angle right here. So it's kind of hard. I had to stick my scissors in between these two and get it to pop up. So when I close it, now it does the proper movement. So if after you put that piece on, if this just wants to fold with the arrow, you're gonna wanna separate the layers here. You just get this, it's hard to do this with this camera angle. Put something in there and just kind of push it up like this. And then from then on, it'll close right. So there's that. That's basically the finished card. So we got a scroll piece, diploma scroll, I guess you could call it. That goes over there for writing the sentiment. So we can put that on, I guess. And that just goes right here, or wherever you want to put it. Like that. And again, the slot for your gift card, cash, folded money, or check, or whatever. Holder's right there. So all that's left to do is the front of the card, but this is pretty self-explanatory, but we're going to do it anyways. And you can use this design or your own design, doesn't matter, of course. But I like to give you a fully complete card to use if you would like. But I know some of you are a lot more creative than I am for this part. I am good with designing really interesting and unique pop-ups. I'm not so good about designing the fronts of cards. I don't know what that's all about. So that's the background color. Want to get these to look somewhat well laid out. Proper spacing and not crooked. And the last part, and we are done. There, looks fine. All right. That is the finished graduate pop-up card. So again, if you're not already subscribed to my Patreon and would like this template for this card, make sure you join. You get this pop-up design and the past ones as well. And as long as you're still subscribed, future designs as well. You can check my bio, or in the comments, I usually will post the link. So there it is, our finished card. Now this is designed for Cricut and Silhouette users, but this one is simple enough where you should be able to probably hand cut this stuff. It wouldn't be too complicated. Just take a little more time. So as long as you have the patience and know what you're doing, you can definitely hand cut this. All right, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to catch my future tutorials and template releases. Catch you on the next one. See ya.